Boom! What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, alongside
Doug Miller, Core Nutritionals.
the man. The man. Speaking of the man, this comes from a man, Clyde. Sent to Ask the Boss, straight to Doug's Instagram. Does fiber actually play a major role in body composition? I heard this the other week. And on average, how lean can someone stay during off-season while still being able to put on muscle? Naturally speaking, no trend involved.
Did they really put that?
It says in a smiley face.
Well,
Fiber.
so fiber is a little bit of a tough one. I mean, the question was a little bit weird because it said body composition. Like, you need fiber. You need to. You want to poop right. You know, you need fiber.
You need fiber.
You know, so in terms of overall, I don't know if his question was leaning more towards I get the question a lot about fiber and counting, carbs and whatnot.
And what's your answer to that?
And I say count it as, if you're just counting macros and you're counting carbs, protein, and fat, count it as a carb.
Yes.
And then that's just part of your macronutrients. Obviously, you look at supplement facts are different in how the carbohydrates from fiber add to the caloric intake. But if you're truly counting macros, I don't really suggest counting calories as much, right? So you don't even have to worry about it. So as long as this goes to the theme of what we talk about a lot, is as long as you're consistent in how you're counting, that's all that matters, because then you can make adjustments from there. In terms of fiber, in terms of impact on body composition, I don't know. I mean, what do you think?
I really think it comes down to calories in, calories out. And at the end of the day, you're looking at caloric balance, and you're also looking at how much fiber can one possibly take in, 50 to 60 grams on the high end. So if you're taking in 50 to 60 grams, that really accounts to like 200 calories. So I don't think fiber is going to play a huge role. Where it will play a role is it will blunt your appetite. So it will prevent overeating. It will also control your blood sugar, prevent those blood glucose issues or insulin issues. So it can prevent overeating. So from an appetite standpoint, I think it's extremely important.
Yeah, minimum 25 grams a day. Just because I eat like a bro, I usually probably end up getting more than about 50 or so.
Yeah, same here.
So, I mean, it really depends on how many calories you're eating. But like, if you're not eating 25 grams of fiber, you're probably having trouble pooping.
Yeah, you're going to have issues. And so that's kind of that. Now, the other question is, how lean can one stay in the off-season while still making gains?
So individual.
I can be at 5% and make gains.
I mean, you see some people, Mark just has this funky skin all year round, he just can stay naturally at a really low body fat level.
Naturally.
Yeah, there's nothing natural about that.
Nothing at all.
But yeah, I mean, and some guys just walk around, they're just bigger, but they can still get shredded when they're competing. Honestly, if you're actively trying and like dieting and trying to stay shredded year round, you're probably not making the gains you could be making. So I tell people, get to a level where, I tell people, don't lose your abs. If you lose your abs, then you're probably getting too fat.
Yes.
I mean, like, if you're a competitive bodybuilder.
You should always have abs.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
But you should also have enough body fat so that you have the cushioning for the big, powerful compound lifts. If you're shredded, putting 500 pounds on your back and trying to squat, it's hard.
It hurts.
It hurts, and so, you got to get to a comfortable range, and that varies for everybody. Some people say try to stay within 10 to 15 pounds. I mean, I'm, 20 pounds over stage weight now at least. And
but your stage weight is so emaciatingly lean.
But I still feel, I still feel relatively lean. I still feel good.
Abs.
Yeah, I still have abs. I mean, but when people start, bulking just for the sake of bulking and like, I want to grow, and it's just an excuse to get fat.
Yeah.
So like, I tell people you should be relatively lean. Like, if you start losing all your definition, then you're not a bodybuilder.
General rule of thumb, I say, for most, again, like, the body's not a textbook, people vary. 8 to 15% from what I've seen. 8%. You're lean, you have abs, you might even have intercostals, you might even have shredded glutes. At 8%, I still have glutes in.
Yeah, I mean...
15% is when things start blurring. 15% is at that border for most people. Some people can have abs. I've seen people have abs at 20%, some powerlifter guys. But generally speaking, 15 is when shit starts to get sloppy.
Yeah.
So that's that. So that's your question. Fiber, again, It does play a role in body composition, but not that major of a role, and I think it's mostly from appetite suppression.
And just be consistent in how you track it. Whether you count it as a carbohydrate, you don't. I recommend counting it as a carb in your macronutrients when you're counting things up. But yeah, just be consistent with it.
And how lean you can stay, individual.